Okay, so to well, not today. I don't. Okay, look, you niggas get it. I want to talk about this. All right. I've been making a lot of videos, so that's why. Yeah. But anyway, I've been making a lot of videos today. Um, yeah. Let's talk about some stuff though. The first thing I want to talk about is this is this is gonna be a continuation thing. Like we're just gonna add on to the list as time goes on. So um we're gonna call this things I've learned from learning how to trade. All right. Um, this is gonna kind of serve as like a psychology portion. Me, I don't necessarily. What the fuck is this? Why is this in my face? Please get this away from me. What are we doing? Why is this here? Why is this here? I don't even know what's going on. You know what? Look. Okay, fuck it. All right, thank God. I was just why is this here? Like, get this out of my face. All right. So this is gonna kind of serve as like psychology a little bit. Of a trader, and we're also gonna have Google tell me how to spell and have a correct sentence. So that's what we're gonna experience today. All right, so cool. Psychology of a trader. Now, I have read books, I have watched podcasts, I have learned from I would say about five, if not six, YouTube guys. I have learned from somebody that I had a pass with. I have learned from my brother. I have learned from a lot of people as far as how to trade, had conversations on what to do with trading, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going to basically regurgitate a lot of information that I felt was actually useful, but I'm also going to show you guys the downside of all of this shit. So let's first go with the downside of learning how to trade, because this has everything to do with your psychology of a trader. All right, just so because I want to also find out too. Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. It explores how biological, social, and environmental factors shape human and animal actions, thoughts, and emotions, functioning as a bridge between natural and social sciences. Cool. So, psychology is basically describing how your mind works and why you do the things that you do. So, we're going to talk about the downside of learning how to trade and how this affects your psychology. First things first, you know too much. You know, in fact, too damn much. When you know too much, you now begin to associate different strategies with other strategies. What Drake say? Combination. That's literally what you're doing. Make sure I spelled strategies right. All right, cool. All right, associate different strategies with other strategies. Combination. That's what you're doing the entire time. That's the first thing. You'll see fair value gaps. Then all of a sudden you'll see supply and demand. You'll see ICC. Then you'll want to use indicators like RSI, MACD, SMA. You are going to start trying to blend everything together. And you wonder why you're so damn confused. So that's the first thing. So that's the first downside of learning how to trade. You know too damn much. And what I mean by knowing too damn much is you have way too many strategies. Cool. Which creates what? Strategy hopping. This only happens because you do not trust the process of your strategy / edge in the market. It doesn't matter what asset class you trade. It doesn't matter if you do options, futures, forex, crypto. I'm pretty sure there's other things that I'm missing, but I'm just going to focus on those four because that's my knowledge. You don't trust the process of what you're doing. And since you don't trust the process of what you're doing, you're going to the very next thing just because it's going to make you get that dopamine hit of you learning something better. And your mind is going to disguises it as not emojis, nigga. Nigga, what are we doing? Oh, it'll work this time. I'm not gonna fix that, Google. So, yeah. Strategy hopping. All you're gonna do is be like, oh, well, it didn't work, last time because, such and such and yeah, and blah, 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 and all that. All you are telling yourself is, I am not willing to stick this out and learn how to do this. I'm not willing to stick this out and say, I got to go through the ups and the downs of learning how to do this shit. Cool? Downside of trading is you know too damn much. That causes strategy hopping. The next downside of trading, from my experience, again, this is going to be something that will extend. Okay, this is going to extend. This is not going to be just a one pager. No, this might take a long time, right? We're going to go over the downside first, and now I'm going to do a video on the upside, right? I just want to kind of not make it long either, because nothing worse than long psychology trading videos. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want you to intellectually masturbate when you are watching my videos. I don't want you to just put it on in the back and, lift your weights or whatever it is. I want you, anytime that you watch a trading video of mine, whether it be you finding out about the psychology and how I view things, or you seeing the actual way that I'm breaking down things when I'm back testing, I want you to be in front of a computer with the charts up. That's what I want from you. Because that's where you're actually going to apply. You know damn well that you watching this on your phone is not going to help you because you're not going to trade off your phone. Why are you trading off your phone? Trade off of a laptop. Trade off a computer. If you're trading off of your phone, you're on the go. That means, guess what? You are not sitting down, focused, locked in on what is in front of you. You're distracted. Okay? So, with that being the case, let's actually do two of them. So first, I'm going to put this out there just so I can be able to have that. The first thing that is loneliness. We're not going to go over that right now. We're going to wait. You trading on the go. This shit don't work. I'm just being honest. So, how do you trade on the go? Trade while you look at the charts, and trade while you're out running errands. You trade while you're at the gym. You trade while you're on a date with friends or a dating interest or romantic interest. I have not done that, by the way. You trade, here's a big one, while you're at work. I want to harp on this. Using signals. Cool. This terrible, bad, no, don't do that. Here's why. Because if you are using signals, which is why I don't offer them, if you're using signals and you're at work, you did not look and go through your entire process as a trader. You had a leak in the boat. The boat is your mind. You put a leak in the boat by having a shortcut. You don't know what the 4 hour looks like, the 1 hour looks like, the 30 minute, the 15 minute, the 5 minute. You don't know what the 8 hour look like. You don't even know what the month, week. You don't know what the fuck going on. You don't. But you trust this person that has done all the work for you, and you take their trade. Say if their trade loses, now you mad at them. That's your fault. It's your fault. You took their signal. You didn't do your own due diligence. So, in my advice, after going through a signal group, after going through trying to trade while at work, don't do that. If you cannot trade, then either you need to take days away from your job, or you need to take away things that would occupy your time normally, that you are able to do that. Because there are going to be people that will watch this video in the future that are parents, right? Or they have to, or they're caregivers, right? Or say if they just work a lot of hours on the job. You have off days. I don't know one job that says you're working 24 hours, 7 days a week, all 365 days. You have off days. Sometimes you have off weeks. There are people that are 1 week on, 1 week off. It sounds to me that during your 1 week off, you need to sit your ass down and you need to trade and you need to learn how to do it. This shit comes with sacrifices. So you have to understand you have to sacrifice if you want to learn how to trade efficiently. This does not come from my experience because, as y'all can see, we're still learning together. But you know where it comes from? Me meeting the millionaires that are actually off in trading. Me meeting them and finding out, oh, they do this shit every day. I've now went into the fold and started to do this every day. I am seeing a drastic difference. Wow. Yeah. Me leaving my job was very important. Had to happen. Why? Because I wouldn't be able to sit in front of the chart. I wouldn't be able to see and catch everything. See where I went wrong. Everything. Cool. So I don't want to harp on that too long because I want to go to the next point. And again, I don't want to make long ass psychology trading videos. Plus we're doing a part 2. We may even do a part 3, part 4. Who cares? Loneliness. This is a big one. Because you're going to find out that not everybody is on the same level as you. Not everyone is on the same level as you. Not everyone trades the same way as you. Not everyone believes in trading like you do, and not everyone sticks with trading like you do. Trading is the only thing, or one of the only things, where it's just you. It's you making your money. It's just you. At the end of the day, even if you were to go take a signal, right? At the end of the day, you still have to hit buy or sell. So you're going to deal with being alone. I want you to understand that loneliness and being alone are two different things. However, if you view them the same way, where being alone and loneliness are the same thing, then it's going to fuck with your mentality. It's going to fuck with your mood whenever you're trading, because you can start becoming successful in trading, or you can have a really bad drawdown and you either blow an account or you're about to blow an account, and you start looking around and you're like, damn, there ain't nobody to point fingers with. There ain't nobody to point fingers at, point fingers with. There's nobody to go confide in and have them actually understand what the hell is going on, right? Some of y'all are introverts. Some of y'all are extroverts. And even your extrovertedness won't compensate for the fact that, again, what do we say? Not everyone is on the same level as you. Not everyone believes in trading like you do. Not everyone even sticks with trading like you do. You may have people that trade with you, and then within 6 months, they're not trading anymore. So you got to understand that loneliness versus being alone is a very important thing for you to get down. If they let me do it, though. There we go. Loneliness versus being alone is very important. trading is the only thing that I know of to where it is just you making your money. You do not have to perform for anyone else. Genuinely. If you want to have a 1 to 3, when you take that 1 to 3 and you win that trade, the only person that is immediately celebrating is you. You know what you have to do in order to go get celebration from other people? Let other people know that you just won a 1 to 3 trade. Other than that, guess what? No one knows. So, I would say that's another one. As far as what I've learned in trading, that you're going to do this by yourself a lot. You really are. And there is so much power in that, because with the power that you have in that, that builds the independence. And that's what this is all about. That's the reason why I'm even, exchanging my breath and exchanging a dialogue / monologue with you all. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. It's because I've learned to accept that this is okay. I've learned to accept that these things are going to happen. You are going to strategy hop if you first get in and you just started. Hopefully I catch you and you don't do it. But if you do, guess what? You're going to know too damn much. Trading on the go, that don't work. Loneliness and being alone, that doesn't work. Another thing. Now, here's what I will say about another downside of trading. You're going to meet a lot of perfect traders. I'm not going to name this guy because that's his hustle. That's what he does. I don't hate on people's hustle, but I do pay attention to what they do, right? There is a guy that I was watching at first that I got recommended at that. And bro would literally watch, he would literally get you at the edge of the end of his analysis, top-down analysis, before getting into trading, his actual thing. Then he would buy or sell, right, after breaking down quick little technical things, right? And after breaking down buying or selling, you know what he would do? He would let maybe one candle or maybe two candles go off based on the time frame that he trades on. And then he would wait for the dollar amount that he wanted to floss and show for the video, and then he would click out. Dead ass. He would close the trade. So for instance, he would have a really big account. So say if it's an account of, let's say 1 million, right? Let's say if it's an account of 1 million. And his goal was to make 50 to 100,000. So it was to get 10% on that account. He would literally hit buy or sell, and as soon as the breakout would happen, because he would trade breakouts, as soon as the breakout would happen to where a candle would hit his 100,000 mark, he would immediately close it out. So we don't know whether or not if what he did was valid or it only lasts one candle, and that is the perfect trading. That's the perfect, oh man, your strategy works every time. It never misses. You never miss. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all just saw on one of my back tests, nigga, we lost. So you're going to meet a lot of perfect traders on YouTube. You're going to meet a lot of people that basically make it seem as if their trading is flawless. I don't have to explain it. Read. So, let's go to the final point before we go on to this next thing. And I will continue it on part 2. So, therefore, it's 20 minutes long, okay? It is okay to lose a trade. All right? We're going to stop right here, and we're going to go to the next video.